Hello, YouTube. This is American Living in the Philippines. Um, my name's Justin, and the topic today is going to be medical expenses in the Philippines if something happens. Okay, I'm going to share you my experience in the province um, in Western Visayas. I cannot talk um, what happens in the big cities, but I would assume it's probably the same like Manila or Cebu. I'm not talking about those areas. I'm talking about living in the province. And something's wrong, you need to go to the hospital. The first thing you have to understand, you're a foreigner here, okay? You're automatically pictured of being rich. So, if you're married, you're supposed to be able to get on PhilHealth, which most likely your Filipino spouse will be on. Um, I haven't had any luck with that one. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of all these other maybe possible insurances, but I tell you, your Blue Cross from the U.S. or something like that, it's not going to work here. Um, they're not going to go bill the U.S. and all that. No, it's not going to happen, guys. Um, so prepared. If you go to the hospital, you better have the money, okay? And I have been in two different hospitals in the cities. I've been in Calibo, which is a fairly big hospital, and I've been in San Jose, which is also a big hospital. And there's different type of hospitals that you can go to. You can go to private hospitals or you go to public hospitals, and some hospitals are a combination of both. A public hospital, you will be in a room with about 4 people, I guess. No AC. You don't have aircon. You don't even have a fan. Any of that extra stuff, a cup, you want a cup of coffee, better bring your own cup. Better bring an extra blanket. If you want, you better bring a pillow. Plates, snacks, you got to bring all that. And a nurse is not going to go get you stuff. Here, how it works, at least out in the provinces here, your wife goes with you or a family member goes with you, and they are your caregiver. A nurse will come in. You'll see a doctor once a day. That's it. The nurse will come in for blood pressure, medications, um, injections in your IV, stuff like that. The rest of it is up to your caregiver. So make sure you have somebody that is staying with you in the hospital. Otherwise, there's nobody that's going to do it for you. These people only come in for their job. They don't come in to give you daily care. That's not the nurse's responsibility. So if you think, I'm just going to the hospital and the nurse is going to take care of me, you can ring that button all you want. No, just ignore it after a little while if that's what you're going to do, because the Filipinos will just ignore it. Oh, that guy thinks we're going to be his whatever. They're not going to do it, guys. The Filipinos' culture is very caring and very nurturing, and they're excellent caregivers, but they get paid for a job. And their job is to take your blood pressure or give you medicine. That's their job. Their job is not to, I gotta go to the bathroom, I better call a nurse. Oh, you better have a caregiver. But also, like I said, be prepared and have money available if you're going to go to the hospital. Because if you get admitted, you are not leaving that hospital as a foreigner until all your bills are paid in full. So you get hospitalized for a couple of days, excuse me. You get hospitalized for a couple of days, a few days, whatever, and your bill is 200,000 peso, 300,000 peso, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 US. You are going to have to pay that before they let you leave. And you say, well, I'll just get up and leave. And no, you won't, because there's security at the hospital. And the security is not like the US. It's not quite a rent-a-cop. They are not going to let you leave until you pay. So keep that in mind. If you think you're gonna come and I can go to the hospital, pay him later, it's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. So that is one thing you need to plan for sure. You know, really do your research and Philippines insurance and so on and so forth as a foreigner. Even though they say you're married, you can get on PhilHealth because you have to pay for that. You know, once or twice a year, you pay the premium. I've not been able to get on. It's been 2 years. Say no, can't. He's a foreigner. Nope. So I just wanted to make sure you understand that. Be prepared when it comes to medical bills. Don't go unless you have the money. Because all I know is you don't even attempt to leave until you have that slip in your hand that you have to give the security guard at the door. That leads to another thing. If you're in a car accident here, it's kind of like the same as the U.S., but you can drive here with insurance or without insurance. Now, I don't have a car. I chose not to have a car. We have a motorcycle, and that's fine. You get in a car accident, you hurt somebody, or you damage their vehicle, be it a motorcycle, be it a tricycle, be it a car, you're responsible for those damages. Now, there is insurance here, so you can get insurance, but make sure you fully understand all the in and out of that insurance. Because if you're outside of Manila or Angeles, where they have CCTV, you know, a lot of corners there have CCTV. You get in the provinces, there's no CCTV guys on the roads or any of that. There isn't even stop signs or yield signs, none of that. You will be responsible for the damages to the vehicle, their lost wages, their medical bills, transportation to the hospital, transportation home, their follow-up bills. You are responsible for those bills. Now, if somebody hits you, they are responsible. And then it gets in a gray area. They'll just say they don't have the money. Well, they can do that. You can't. And you also have to be very careful. I haven't had it happen to me, but I've seen other people that have. A car here is kind of like a target. So a foreigner driving a car here is kind of like a target to hit if you need money, because they'll just blame it on you, and then somebody will, right after the accident happens, before the police or barangay gets there, they're going to try to get money from you. Well, they want thousands of peso. So it hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to other people. So it's your word against the locals. And especially if you're out in the provinces, it's all locals, guys. You're the outsider, you're not the insider. So just keep that in mind, but definitely with the medical bills, do your research, because you are responsible for those bills. Okay, guys, thank you.